Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, welcome back to another video. Oh, a Santa hat. I literally keep forgetting it. I'm not doing it on purpose. I keep forgetting it because it's too friggin' hot, so I don't like wearing it. I'll go back to another video on Fresh Slim. Today we're looking at the horrible management of Twitch by Tommy NFG. Now, Twitch, if you don't know, is a platform where people live stream, and it's a platform which is very biased towards certain individuals and will ban other individuals for the silliest reasons. And I think that's what we're going to be talking about today. But with that being said, the original link's in the description. Go subscribe to Tommy. Without any further ado, let's begin.
Twitch is a platform where people of many different backgrounds watch an array of people they like, whether that's the biggest people in the game only, the section of chronic gooners. There's no other live streaming website in our lifetime, I believe, that will come close to it. And don't say Kick, alright? Every time I see a headline of Kick, it's something like, breaking, Kick streamer gives $1 million to charitable organization. Oh, that's good. Maybe the website is getting better for the good. After mowing down a child with their car at 140 miles per hour while in chat, some things never change. And YouTube doesn't care about live streaming, although if they did, they probably could be some comp. Twitch by...
Or from what I've heard, YouTube isn't really that profitable from live streaming. I guess because it costs a lot to host people or something. I'm not really exactly sure the math on it, which I don't understand, because if they were to place ads the same amount as they do on any video that is, you know, over 8 minutes long, where you place an ad every 5 or so minutes or something, then how are they not profitable if they did that on live streams? I don't know. I don't get it.
Far has the best community features for streaming. I mean, there is a reason I switched from YouTube to Twitch. Make sure to follow me if you aren't, by the way. The main thing I've noticed that holds down Twitch is their staff and its clear favoritism for creators. And every year, it seems like it gets more obvious with the staff not giving a f about certain incidents happening on stream for people, then also over-exaggerating bans for people they don't like. Let's start off by going through some of those dumb Twitch bans, with Kai Cenat being one of the people that used to be targeted. A lot of people only think of Kai now, who's tapped in with all these celebrities and may have not been there while he was making his come up. But I was watching Twitch at the time when he was making his come up, and these did not like Kai. And
it's probably because he's not a female with big boobas. A lot of the females on Twitch get like this priority treatment, and it's alleged that the CEO does some like gooning to them or something. I have no clue if that's true. That's just what I've heard, which is pretty stupid. I don't know. I don't know any of the validity to that, but regardless, there's definitely favoritism, because I've seen so many people get banned for like very minor things. Well, then you'll have like a woman do the exact same thing or something totally worse, and if they do get banned, it's a temporary like 1 or 2 day ban. Like, if you're gonna have rules, that's fine, but just apply them fairly to everyone, and then I can't complain then.
An example of a time they didn't like him, they banned him in March of 2022 for 30 days, with the reasoning being that comments Twitch staff interpreted as threats. You may be wondering what he even said at that time, and you'll be glad to know that Twitch gave 0 clips to back it up. You would think for a month-long ban, he hopped on camera like the Joker and made a threat to the whole world that he's coming for them. I've even tried looking up for the reason at the time, and I don't see much on it. If somebody has a clip of it, let me know, because everything is absolutely blank to me online. And this is something you would assume if it was this big level of a threat, that would be everywhere, but there's no big articles on it.
Probably because there wasn't a threat and someone just didn't like him for whatever reason. And it says interpreted as a threat. There are Karens out there who will interpret the dumbest things that people say as a threat, and it doesn't mean that it is a threat just because they interpret it a certain way, you know?
Only articles on it are people stating what Twitch said was the reason. In April of 2023, he was banned again, with the reasoning being repeated explicit simulated activity, with the clip being him and GTA RP pretending to be freaky with some girl, which, yes, that is pretty freaked out. People called it pretty ironic for Twitch banning for this, considering
they have like those like hot tub streamers and stuff. Or they did. I don't know if they do anymore.
This is a whole ass section on Twitch.
They still do.
After Kai got too big for them to ban, though, they stopped doing it because to them now, it's like losing an investment when he's gone. Unless if now he pulls out his meat on stream and starts wiggling it, or executes somebody live in 4K for the next Mafia-thon, it's gonna take a lot for Twitch to ban him. Also, you had Jadeon a couple of years ago who was banned for trolling Pokimane. It was definitely a bannable offense, I'm not gonna lie, because he raided her chat, and at first it was 14 days. But they decided decided to make it permanent after I guess some Twitch staff couldn't imagine their queen Pokey being disrespected like that. Even after Jadeon and Pokimane made up and were on good terms, Twitch was not budging with the unban, and it shows how little they check up on things and just go with the flow. He finally got unbanned last year, but it was 2 years banned, so at that point most people move on. I can't prove it with
That's why if you are a streamer, you have to do it on like every single, you have to multi-stream. So there, you got to go there, you got to go Kick, do YouTube as well, and like maybe Rumble for like 5, you maybe get like 5 viewers over there. You have to go like everywhere. So if, you know, if you're taken out of the equation on one site, you're good on everywhere else. That's like having a job where your boss is an angry drunk and you never know if he's gonna come in and fire you that day for no reason.
Evidence, but if someone at Twitch in a high-level position doesn't like a certain creator, I think they tell the Twitch mods to be more strict with that creator, and any little thing they do gets a ban. Nobody knows who the Twitch people are that are banning everybody because that's completely private. Why are they moving like the mafia? It's just Twitch modding. It's also something as a social media platform you can't do and make obvious, because at that point, even creators feel more reluctant to stream on there and may look for alternatives. And Kick is that alternative for some, although it doesn't come close to Twitch. Twitch was definitely getting scared of creators switching to Kick at first. After Kick, they started to loosen their policies and started to do less bans on people. It may not be 90% of Twitch's platform, but Twitch does lose a good chunk of people who may only watch one creator and streamer, and if they're on Kick, they're gonna watch them on there. Like, at least
I understand why people would want to switch to Kick, because they're a little more lenient with their rules, and although they do like have a lot of gambling stuff, which I'm not really, like, a lot of these people who do have like gambling streams are kind of sponsored by these companies, so I don't know, I feel like that's kind of shady. Regardless, they just make so much more money on Kick than on Twitch. It makes more sense why they'd want to.
At least with YouTube, I can say I've never seen them obviously purely banning somebody off of bias. With YouTube, it's more of the opposite. You'll get randomly hit with a video takedown or banned for no reason. Then no one responds to you and you're in the dark for 6 months until you get an automatic AI response. There's been a creator though on Twitch recently that's been terrorizing the platform, and Twitch is clearly showing its bias for her. And that creator's name is Nina Lin.
I'm familiar with this whole drama. This is wild.
Nina does solely IRL streams and collabs with other IRL streamers. She's a part of the new wave of IRL streamers to Twitch, which most of the time just makes streamers look terrible. It's not the majority of IRL streamers, alright? But the clips people see are the perception of the whole category pretty much. Johnny Somali was terrorizing people in the streets and is maybe in jail or something by now. I don't know or care.
Yeah, I think he's in jail in like freaking Japan or South Korea. One of the, he's in one of those two areas, and I think he's in jail or something.
He probably upped Somalian hate in Japan by 50% in the span of his time being there. Every time I saw a new headline about him, it kept getting worse and worse. Nina Lim might be a close-up for this year's Johnny Somali, though. She started getting called out October of 2025 after
she SA'd someone multiple times, and then she got banned for like a day or two or something. Like maybe it was like a 3-day ban. Like, she was back within a week, let's just say that. That's actually crazy, because that's straight up illegal, and then you, like, it's a little slap on the wrist. Any male streamer does that, banned. Then Nina just got caught, like, last week, shoplifting, and then admitting to it on stream in, like, a Target. And then I think she got banned again, and I don't know if she's unbanned yet, but I assume it's only a 3-day ban or a week ban or something.
S-ing somebody on stream. I'm not joking. That's actually something she did. She was with another streamer named Zoe Spencer, and I'm not sure if I can play the clip. But to sum it up, this guy on stream named Sahid, who was the assistant of another streamer, who was known on the stream as this kind of socially awkward guy. I'm not even being a dickhead or anything, alright? That's the character he portrays. So as a joke, Zoe and Nina decide to hold him down while Zoe twerks on him. Then they take him to a room, throw him on a bed, and start to joke and take his clothes.
If you ever have the question if it's appropriate or not, switch the genders, and that'll answer your question. Would it be appropriate for two men to take, you know, to hold down a woman and then start doing some inappropriate stuff? I would say not. So why is it all of a sudden okay for you know, if in this situation, if this person is not actually wanting that?
Honestly, the whole clip is very weird, and if he wasn't awkwardly laughing to not make a whole scene on stream, they would have looked even worse than they did. And do you want to guess the harsh and stern punishment Twitch gave? 1 whole couple of years ago,
It was only 1 day? I thought it was like 3 days. 1 day ban for that's crazy.
you could have been banned for a month for calling people simp on Twitch, by the way. New policy update. SAing people live on 4K will get you a day ban. I don't even have to say because it's a horse beaten to death, but I'll state the obvious. If this was a man, it would be a permaban. I would go
100%. That's where this is a big issue. Obviously, the SA is a freaking crime. But the fact that they just don't apply these rules evenly.
to say, even if this was a man with his girlfriend doing this as a joke and they both agreed beforehand to do it on stream, he would still get banned for life. Like Twitch, it doesn't make you misogynistic for banning a woman who SA'd someone. Maybe this is a controversial opinion now. Both men and women should be permanently banned for doing that. She only got...
Yeah, if you want equal rights, then treat people equally. Ban male, female, whatever, for the same freaking stuff. Don't treat one better than the other. Then you all of a sudden have a different class of citizen.
Rebanned after another big streamer named Disguised Toast said he had a similar weird experience with her, where she was at the 2025 Streamer Games as a physical therapist and he laid down when she gave a massage. Not a happy ending massage, but if she did, I guarantee Twitch would have gave her a day ban. And she starts massaging his body and cheeks with someone she doesn't know. Imagine y'all saw me go to a random streamer girl and massage them, then start gripping them cheeks, doing some patty cake and saying it's a part of the experience. He tweeted after this saying how uncomfortable he felt, where Twitch gave her a second ban, that one being 7 days. Which sounds great until you realize she only got a 7-day ban? That's 2 assaults averaged in a month. If this was real life, she'd be in jail. And although she apologized for these things and none of them were sincere, on her stream back, she literally said it was a vacation for her to be banned.
This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
So this jail was kind of like vacay jail, though.
There's so many clips of her not caring. Even if she did care, it should have been a permaban anyways because it's a crime. Unfortunately...
Yeah, and I think the only thing that'll really kind of stop her from doing these actions are if the people that she is doing this to decide to press charges, because there is evidence now.
Twitch staff is too busy gooning to the hot tub section to do anything. This is a clip from her stream right after coming back from the ban.
That means hi, right? Oh, yo, why you always hitting me? Stop with those. Oh shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna come up 3 months later.
I'm glad to know she learned her lesson about it. In her new recent drama, she was on stream blatantly stealing from Target. The last thing you want...
What I don't understand is that, you know, she's probably making some okay money live streaming. So why do you need to steal? Is it just like a habit or something? Or like, why do you need to steal? It doesn't make any sense. And she admitted to doing it multiple times.
Want to do as a criminal is have a live stream in 4K that can stream 24/7 forever on you and steal on it. Does she think the cops won't care because it's little items here and there that she's taking? If they get enough reports, they can technically come at any time and arrest her. They got a whole 2-minute compilation of her stealing on stream. 1 time stealing, the cops might ignore. 2 times, the cops might ignore. More than 3 and you're a serious repeat offender.
I think the issue is that it's theft under 1,000, so there isn't really that much of a harsh punishment for it. I guess depending where she is, but at least from my understanding, is that the things that she's taking are they're not that expensive, so I don't think the cops will actually do anything. But to do that when you're making, I assume, decent money on Twitch, and live stream it is like a next level kind of insane.
That they would focus on more.
Look, I got me some Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
And why admit to that as well? Like, you should clearly be aware of yourself, like, oh, that actually doesn't look good. Maybe I shouldn't brag about stealing stuff.
How much is the cake?
$39.
$39? Okay.
Continue scanning.
What the f*** do I get this? Just here.
Please make sure to scan all items.
Pay now.
Remove all purchased items.
If it don't scan, it's free, right? Why is it not scanning?
I actually think I saw someone do this, like, yesterday. I was in line at Walmart, and then someone was, like, trying to scan something, and I wasn't really fully paying attention to what they were doing, so I thought they scanned it. And then they put it, then they're putting it in their bag, and then they look at me, and then do, like, some weird, like, face. Like, or something like that. I'm like, but I didn't really see what they were doing, so I didn't know, like, I didn't know what they were going on about. I'm like, what the? I'm not interested, lady. The craziest thing was it was like a pack of ramen noodles, which are they're the cheapest things, they're like 25 cents or something. Like, no way you're stealing a pack of ramen noodles.
Admitting it on camera is crazy. She could have sneakily done it and probably got away with it. After who knows how many months of stealing on stream, she finally got banned after it got too big. But someone you'll never see banned.
The biggest issue, like, these things that she's doing are crimes, right? It's not good. But the biggest thing, I think, is that nothing ever happens until there's enough outcry. Then they actually implement some of their rules. Like, it took forever for her to get even a ban, a 1-day ban from the essaying that she did. It was like months between that. And even from her stealing stuff, it took a long time. And it's only when there's enough outcry that there's something done.
Or maybe once a decade. It's Hassan, Piker, or Hasanabi. This video right here is the only proof you need of it.
Happy birthday to you.
What the?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hassan runs Twitch allegations after this.
Yeah, even he knew. If a social media platform and
Wait, those are Twitch staff saying happy birthday to him?
its mods is personally singing to you, then you know you can get away with whatever. You guys by now have heard about the shock collar drama with Hassan. If you haven't, on stream in October of 2025, Hassan is talking to his chat when he gets mad at his dog. In the midst of talking, he reaches for a button, then the dog screeches and sits back down. That's when people immediately called him out for having a potential shock.
Yeah, I remember this. This was like 2 months ago or something. Kate, why don't you just let your dog out of the room and let the dog do whatever it wants out of the room? If I had a pet, I wouldn't want it just like hanging around me all the time. I need some free space.
Shock collar. And the clips just kept coming and coming of Hassan's treatment of his dogs and other dogs. Any person that gets mad at dogs for doing dogly things shouldn't own one. I don't understand the obsession of people who want to get pets, but as soon as they do, hate taking care of it. If you wanted a low
I love animals, but I hate taking care of them. There you go. I love them because they're cute and they're fun to play with and pet and to give boops on the nose. But I hate, like, dogs. I hate walking them. That's why I don't have one. I'm smart enough to not to get one. I don't want to be responsible to friggin' walk a dog 2 to 3 times a day. That's why I don't have them. You know, if you got enough money where you can pay someone to do that, that's one thing. But like, I'm not doing that. I love cats too, and I might get a cat at some point, like when I do get my own house, because you don't have to walk them, you just have to clean them and feed them. But yeah, no, if you love animals, don't have them unless you are willing to actually take care of them properly.
maintenance pet, you should have got a goldfish. After this, Hassan came on stream and showed that it was a shock collar, but with the prongs off. And no one could actually confirm if they were on when he did that. So now the whole argument is word against word, with him saying it was a shock collar, but the prongs were off, and other people saying that's a lie. My thoughts is, I don't know how many dogs would yelp over a little vibrate. Like when my phone's on.
They wouldn't. Dogs would not yelp over a vibrate unless they have been, like, Pavloved into expecting it to shock them. So maybe even if it didn't shock the dog then, it would only react like that if it was shocked in the past and it was expecting to get shocked. That's the whole Pavlov's dog thing. So whether or not he did shock the dog then, the odds are the dog was getting shocked at some point in the past in order to make the dog react that way. Right?
On my lap and vibrates, I don't scream and have a seizure over the jolt. Whether it was true or not, it shows Twitch's bias because there was zero ban over it. If it was any other creator and
yeah, that's like friggin' animal cruelty, isn't it? Or I don't know, because they sell these products in states that have animal cruelty laws. Is it really animal cruelty when it's designed for the animal? I would say actually at that point, maybe not. It's maybe not nice, right? It's not nice, but if they're being sold in states and in places that have laws against animal cruelty, then clearly these products themselves don't break the law when they are used as intended. And they are intended for dogs for training. So I don't know. It's not nice though. It's not nice to do that to your dog. I'm sure there are better ways of training.
Especially someone they didn't like, they would not double check in with the streamer to make sure. I know that because I know creators personally that have got banned from Twitch and never got a check-in from them. They've banned Hassan before, but none of them have been serious. And as the years have added up, the more Twitch has been closer with Hassan. I think when he realized this, he looked at his hands like he had the Thanos gauntlet and said, F it, I'ma say and do whatever I want. When Twitch shows
Next up, the N-word.
its bias, it's also bad for the company as a whole. Because the only reason Twitch is still running now is that Amazon is pouring money in it to keep it running. If Amazon decides to let Twitch go because it's causing too many problems and it's not managed good,
I would not be surprised if they did that at some point. Right? Like, as a business's goals are to make money, not to run deficits. You know, businesses aren't countries that seem to love to spend more than they make. So if you're a business and then you have a part of your business which is constantly running deficits and you're losing money in that area all the time, it doesn't make sense to keep it. It's like a foot that's gotten infected and you can't salvage it or fix it. You gotta cut it off. So it makes sense that at some point, if they don't, you know, if it's not making money, sell it. Get rid of it.
Twitch is immediately going bankrupt and the staff is cooked. Twitch also doesn't make them money, which is why Twitch is doing everything to cut costs now. I don't think Amazon will cut off Twitch, but you never know. Advertisers have already pulled out of Twitch and they're getting tired of their staff and how they run things. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know.
They just need to, one, treat everyone fairly, actually implement the rules equally across the board. So everyone has to abide by the same rules and there's no favoritism. That would, I think, fix it a lot. Second of all, I think there's like a bot problem. Allegedly, there's a bot problem where certain individuals will bot streams and then those people will actually get like sponsorships. So these companies are paying them to advertise a product to people who aren't there because the stream has like a bunch of bots on it. I'm going to say allegedly because it's not 100% proven, but to me it looks like that. And to a lot of people it looks like that. So these companies are just losing, you know, throwing money down the drain that way, which is, you know, if they throw out 10 grand and they don't even see any money come back because it's just going, you know, off into the ether, they're less likely to put that money out further into Twitch in any other way, whether it's art ads or sponsorships. So you're taking money away from actual other creators when people are botting. Like, it's a big mess over there.
Know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
But anyway, I hope you guys like this. It was interesting. And yeah, I've been following a lot of the drama stuff. It's just bizarre how they don't treat people fairly and equally. That's one thing about YouTube, is that they treat everyone equally and everyone's afraid. With that being said, I hope you guys like this. You go subscribe to Tommy if you're new and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.